We want to take you back to Puerto Rico, where David Begnaud is. David, you are with the mayor of San Juan. I imagine she probably hasn't received very much sleep, gotten very much sleep over the last 6 days or so. What's going on there?
Anne-Marie, it is a crisis here in San Juan. I saw the mayor this morning, and she was sitting in a chair, and she was crying. And I walked up to her, and I said, Mayor, what is going on? And she is essentially sending out a Mayday signal right now. She is desperate to get help. She told me that there were 2 people who died in a hospital yesterday who were on life support because the hospital has run out of diesel fuel. This is Mayor Yulín Cruz. Mayor, thank you for joining us. How dire is the situation right now?
It's life or death. Every moment we spend planning in a meeting, or every moment we spend just not getting the help we're supposed to get, people are starting to die already. This is not a painting a picture. This is just the reality that we live in, the crude aftermath of a storm, a hurricane that has left us practically paralyzed. Boots are on the ground. Help is here. I had 2 days doctors from HHS that wanted to help, eager to help, ready to help, but they didn't get any marching orders.
Why? Who is running the show here? Like, why isn't aid being put in the hands of the people who so desperately need it right now?
Well, with all due respect, to me, that's not the concern. Somebody has to structure the logistics of the aid that is getting in. We're doing it with our brothers and sisters from New York. But really, and I'm going to say it, and you can bleep it, but we need to get our together, because people are dying. People are really dying. This is not a picture that you paint in order to make it more palatable for the news. No, I've seen them, and I put them in the ambulances when they're gasping for air. I have put them in ambulances when they haven't had dialysis in 6 days. And you have to remember, this isn't 6 days from Maria. We have had 13 or 14 days from Irma and Maria. So there are people that have had no food and no water for 14 days.
You've said to me that FEMA, which is on the ground here and has supplies here, is still doing assessments. Why are there assessments going on 6 days after a hurricane? Why aren't things being handed out as you understand it?
Well, and I can also tell you that the FEMA employees are eager to help, and they're doing everything they can. Some of them are waiting for marching orders. Some of them are waiting for the chain of command. Some of them are asking for memos. And I'm sorry, I don't want to be ungrateful. We are very grateful. And the people that we have working with us are so good, and they want to move forward. But I don't have time to write memos.
You were asked earlier. You said to someone in the government, I need something, and they told you to write a memo requesting it.
To write a memo requesting it. We have not received any requests from the municipality. Well, it's very simple. I need water, I need diesel, I need food, and the help that I needed in order to set up the logistics I got from Mayor Bill de Blasio and Melissa Martivetti. So I got supplies from Puerto Ricans in Chicago, the diaspora. So, the governor is working as hard as he can. We're all working as hard as we can. There's a lot of good faith, but the good faith has to turn into action, or people are going to continue to die. So my discourse 2 days ago was people may die. Now they're dying. So please, whomever is listening to this, forget the memos, forget the meetings. I have assessment meetings every night at 10 or 1 o'clock in the morning and spend the entire day just saving lives. This is a time to open space and get some lives saved. And if I sound angry, I'm not. I am desperate to convey to people, to thank them for all their help, to thank those FEMA employees that are saying, look, I know what we need to do, but the word that you said when I woke up this morning, all I heard was Mayday, Mayday. We need the help to get to the food. That's the message. It's simple, and we need to start somewhere, so let's start today.
Anne-Marie, this is the mayor in the capital of San Juan who is begging for help, literally begging for help.
She's expressed herself very, very well.
Absolutely.
I can imagine the frustration because we know FEMA was on the ground before this hurricane hit. It was predicted. We knew exactly what Puerto Rico was going to be facing. So I can only imagine how frustrating things are for her. I'm wondering about whether or not there were any security concerns. You know, it's one thing to get the supplies to Puerto Rico, but then moving it around Puerto Rico, moving it around San Juan.
Well, there have been reports of fuel tankers that are having fuel stolen from those tankers. So, yes, the security situation is real, and that could be one of the reasons that fuel is being delayed. But Brock Long, the head of FEMA, at a press conference yesterday, I was there when he said there is an issue getting diesel to the island. Listen, Anne-Marie, the diesel is critical. It's the only thing that can power these generators, and the infrastructure grid is decimated. So that the generators, it's the only thing that's going to provide the power to the hospitals and the other places where it is needed so badly. I mean, getting generator here is critical. So, yes, FEMA's telling us we have millions of liters of water. We have hundreds of thousands of pounds of food. But the mayor is sitting here saying it's not yet being sent to people who are on the ground and need it in their hands. That's what we keep asking. Where can we get video of that? Where can we see it? And the mayor is telling us it's not happening yet because people are still doing assessments. And she's saying stop the assessments and start giving it out.
Right.
Back to you.
David, I wonder, I know the mayor is extremely busy, obviously in a life or death situation there. She doesn't have time to check social media, but the President of the United States tweeted at her recently this morning, and he said, "Thank you to Carmen Yulín Cruz, the mayor of San Juan, for your kind words on FEMA. We are working hard, much food and water there on the way." I wonder if you can get a reaction from the mayor of the president's statement.
Well,
I sure can. Mayor, you want to comment?
well, first of all, yes, thank you to FEMA. All the people that are here are working very hard. But, you know, you got to work hard and you got to put this aid in the hands of the people. So I thank the president for that. And maybe I should tweet him back and say, the people have good hearts. The stuff is here. Let's move it. Let's get it out on the road. Let's get it into people's hands. FEMA is great, but if they're not allowed to do their job, if the chain of command is hindering them, if they need memos in order to process what they are seeing on the TV, on electronic networks and so forth, then you are tying their hands to their back. Let them do what they know to do best. Let them help us.
Guys, the mayor has to go, but I'll end with this. One of the reasons we're talking to you on the phone is because the Wi-Fi connection at the hotel has been disabled because the tower that would be providing that, we're told, is without diesel. So we cannot broadcast live. Forget what we can't do. We're not the priority. But I'm just saying that's why the mayor is not on television. And we can only use a cell phone signal because the only place you can get a cell phone signal is in San Juan where we are. The rest of the island, exactly. And so the mayor is saying when she leaves the hotel where we are, she has no signal. Trying to communicate with her team or people on the ground who may need something from her. There's no way to communicate with them. The mayor has to go. I'll send it back to you.
Well, David, thank you very much for that reporting. And thank you, Madam Mayor, Carmen Yulín Cruz. We hope the president hears your words. We will certainly tweet at him the things that you just told us to let's move it, to have FEMA get the food, get the supplies to the people in Puerto Rico who are in desperate need of those supplies. We'll be sure to at least make sure that he's aware of that either through social media or obviously through our air.
Yeah, hopefully it makes a difference. Thank you very much.